What is the Great Depression? The golden retriever wanders through a field of apples. Golden retriever does this. Golden retriever does that. The Great Depression is a big, slow season when many people have fewer apples and fewer coins, and market stalls sit quiet in the shade. The dog explains with simple words. The dog smiles, ears floppy, tail wagging. The apple world shakes a little, but the dog keeps it clear. The story starts with a big drop in apple prices and fewer shoppers. Golden retriever does this. Golden retriever does that. Banks become quiet. Shelves fill with echoing pauses. The sun smiles, but pockets feel empty. The dog says apples are money sometimes, not just fruit. People save at night and count apples in tiny ledgers. The dog invites a flock of squirrels to listen, but the squirrels chase a leaf instead. The dog notes that families cannot buy big baskets of apples, so extra jobs and aid arrive, like little sunshine in a bowl. Golden retriever repeats, money is trust. People trust neighbors, shops, and farmers when they can prove they will return something. Golden retriever keeps it playful. The kid next door drops a jar. The jar breaks, and everyone learns about risk. The dog jokes about a pie that never cooks. Then the lesson lands. The economy slowed, but hope can return when people help each other. Golden retriever ends with a lick and a nod. Apples tumble in a soft rain. Subscribe and comment. How did it happen? The golden retriever trots along a street of stalls. Apples piled high but hardly bought. The Great Depression happens when people stop buying and banks stop lending. The dog laments that a big storm of fear sweeps through town. The apples become scarce, and coins vanish in pockets. Golden retriever explains lines at soup kitchens, lines, tired shoes. The dog sits, yawns, then shakes a leaf and starts again. The economy falls like a toy bone buried too deep. Golden retriever sniffs the air for clues. The clue is trust. People lose it when jobs disappear. The dog points to factories quiet as a sleeping bird. The dog says, when money stops moving, prices fall, and people cut back on wants. The dog makes a simple rhyme about a barking cash register that sighs. People borrow little, then borrow more, and debt piles up like a mountain of red apples. Golden retriever slips on a seed, then recovers. The story shows how fear travels faster than a wagging tail. Yet there is stubborn hope. A farmer helps a neighbor. A teacher starts a class. A family grows several apple trees in a yard. Golden retriever claps paws. The world is slow, but not done. The dog yawns and noses a squeaky toy, then returns to the lesson. Keep focus, help others, and wait for better days. The sun drops a coin, and a breeze reminds us to breathe. Subscribe, comment, and suggest topics in the comments. How do you get a loan, a score, and a limit? Golden retriever reaches a chalkboard with paw prints. Golden retriever does this. Golden retriever does that. To get a loan, people bring apples to show they can return them. The bank looks at a score, a simple number that says, if you pay back. The dog calls it a score, a tiny smile or frown. Higher scores help you borrow more. Lower scores make borrowing harder. The dog writes, score equals trust to pay back. The ledger shelves hold incomes, chores, and debts. The more you show you keep promises, the higher the score. A score around 600 feels tight. 680 feels fair. 800 feels magical. The dog pretends to be a banker, bow tie swinging from a sock. The crowd squints and giggles at the silly image. The dog explains limits. A card or loan starts small, like 500 apples. You grow that limit as you prove you can be reliable. The dog warns about tiny mistakes, late payments, extra fees, or fees for using it far away. The dog reminds to keep track of spending, stay under the limit, and try to pay in full when you can. The apple bank may forgive some debts if you behave well. The dog yawns, then nudges a squeaky toy and returns to the lesson. Trust grows slowly. Debts follow, but a careful plan helps. Golden retriever adds a rhyme for courage. Apples now, apples later. apples forever. The crowd laughs, and the lesson sticks. Practice makes perfect. What are rewards and apple deals? What are rewards and apple deals? The golden retriever trots to a table piled with apples of colors. Golden retriever does this. Golden retriever does that. Rewards feel fun. The dog explains rewards are bonuses for using apples wisely. Some deals give extra apples for buying in certain places. Some deals offer more apples for big tasks, like a harvest job or a nap after a day. The dog laughs at the idea of a reward carrot, then points to a ribbon of coupons. The crowd claps. The dog says, "Deals come with strings." Sometimes the strings are small fees or limits on how many apples can be earned. The dog shows a trap. If you chase rewards too fast, you spend more than you save. The dog pretends to chase a balloon, then pops it with a paw. The balloon bursts with sound. The dog adds, "There are types of apple rewards. Some are points, some are apples, some are miles to fly to orchards. Some are hotel stays that smell like cinnamon apples. Some cards are for travel, others for groceries, and a few are reserved for brave or rich." The dog yawns and glances at a squeaky toy, but keeps focus. The apples rain dreamily. The dog warns to compare perks, read print, and not lose track of needs. The moral is simple. Rewards should fit your life, not drive you to debt. The dog smiles, then shrugs, as if to say, "Apples at home taste best, always." Risks, costs, and smart usage. The golden retriever explains debt like a tangled spaghetti of apples. Golden retriever does this. Golden retriever does that. Debt happens when you borrow and forget to return apples on time. The dog says interest grows, especially if you pay slowly. The math grows daily, like a beanstalk of red fruit. The dog shows a simple example. 40 apples borrowed, interest adds 4 apples after a week. Then more, then more. The pile grows, and suddenly 60 apples feel small, but you owe 125 apples. The dog chuckles at the exaggeration, then sighs. This is why people fear debt. The dog lists costs: interest, late fees, annual fees, foreign fees, service charges, and other silly charges. The dog warns, do not chase every deal. Do not spend beyond means. Golden Retriever keeps a calendar, writes reminders, and makes a plan to pay in full when possible. The dog says utilization matters. Use around 1/3 of your available apples. Golden Retriever pretends to measure with a paw, then nods. The dog talks about scams and fake deals, like a banana thief in a cartoon. The dog shrugs and returns to the lesson. Rewards are real, but risk is real too. The audience laughs at a sigh. The morale is simple. Smart use keeps the tree fruitful. The golden retriever ends with a wink. Stay curious, stay careful, and keep apples available for friends. Chaotic Outro. Patreon, Apple Conservation Fund, donations, paw print autographs. For watching.